Good afternoon and welcome to the third day of the National Development Series here at Helensvale, where you've got three coloured teams, red, green, yellow and blue, playing each other on the day. Today we have yellow playing green. My name's Ozzy Moore and I'm here to help you through the game this afternoon. The sponsors, we'd like to thank them for their involvement: the Australian Institute of Sport, the Australian Jackaroos, Commonwealth Games Australia and Bowls Australia. So this afternoon we have a singles match on air. From Team Green we have Beau, Prideaux, and from Team Yellow Kyle Hansen. And both from New South Wales. They've played together in a number of events, but this afternoon they'll be against each other. In the coloured section, yellow and green, they're not in the lead at the moment. The blue team is leading after day two. I'm not quite sure what they've scored this morning, but I think they had enough of a buffer there to still be leading going into the second match of the day. We're still a couple of minutes away from the start. They've rolled up. And in commentary with me, I've got the club support manager for the region, and Troy Corby. Troy knows a number of the players in this area especially, and he's familiar with a number of these young developing players that are on the road to the Australian team, the Jackaroos. Weather here is a fine afternoon. No cloud at all. Light breeze to go with it. Temperatures in the low 20s, Celsius that is. Doesn't matter too much because the playing green here is undercover. We're playing on a carpet, running at about somewhere between 13.5 and 14 seconds. Quite a true green. This is the best of the three greens here at the Helensvale complex. Only been down for just over a year and a half. So I hope you enjoy the match we're about to watch. They play first to 21. There are other matches on at the same time. There's some pairs matches which will play two sets. We won't get to see those, but I'll try and keep you updated on those, and there'll be another singles match out there as well. This afternoon that will be Dale McWhinney Shillington playing Joe Clark. That's red and blue, so all four colours are playing a singles match. There's two triples matches, in fact three triples matches, and we'll try and give you some scores with those. A view there of the new clubhouse that was built just after this green was prepared. Two-storey with the function room upstairs. It's been quite extensively used here, and downstairs is a bowler's lounge with a bar to go with it. Magnificent facility. Probably one of the finest on the Gold Coast, if not in Australia. There's the bell to start the day. And Kyle is in the yellow shirt and Beau in the green. The green has the honour. Both these gentlemen played in the respective coloured teams last year, so they're not new to this series. However, being the third of this series, the previous two were not played here at Helensvale. And the champion team from last year is the blue team, looking to hold the winning dial again. So even though it's undercover here in the winter, the sun coming a little bit from the north, so there is a bit of a sunny section at the northern end of the rink. Opening bowl from Beau. Perfectly judged to start with. Opening ball from Kyle. Kyle using Aero Optimus. And Beau, he has Hanselite XGs, 3 heavies. Should be a cracking match. Two players that know each other's game quite well. And there'll be bragging rights to go with it for the winner of the day. Just a gentle drift into the jack there, just fractionally underweight, but a good bowl. Sometimes it's a little difficult when you first play here coming out of the shade into the sunlight. There's a little bit of glare involved and it's hard to actually pick up the distance, but these two gentlemen not having any trouble at this stage. Just around the back now, giving him a couple of catches. Beau probably needs to respond by putting something there to cover those two. He's chasing down to have a look at what the head looks like, waiting for the third bowl. Yeah, nicely positioned, right in behind the jack. As I said, it is an undercover rink, or it's got a cover over it, but it is open at the side, so it's exposed to any breezes that are around. Very light at the moment, but looking to sit the bowl and hasn't done just that. So at this stage, Beau holding 2, maybe 3. Be close for the third. The composition of the teams. A few members in each colour new, and 4 or 5 of those have been represented here last year. Beau looking to draw around the back to cover any movement on the jack. And he's done just that. So for Kyle here to get a number, probably needs to move the bowl just in front of the jack. He can just clip the jack around that with a good draw. But probably easy to move that bowl onto it, promote the jack back towards the ditch. Kyle spent some time, I'm going to say a couple of years back, working for Tarrant Point as a greenkeeper, but not at the facility itself, as a sister club that he was helping out at the time, but his wages came from Tarrant Point, which is great to see some of the bigger clubs helping the smaller clubs out. Well, he's playing for the draw. Either sit on that front bowl or move the jack. It's in the area, but I don't think it's got the weight. So that'll be 2, maybe 3 for Beau. It is, in fact, 3 for Beau. First to 21, there's no set number of ends. Now, will he keep a full length with the jack as they've just played? Or will he shorten it up at all? I think he's probably gone for the full length, looking for the tee. It has in fact stopped, even though it's gone out of our view there. So the mat's maybe a half a metre or maybe a metre up. So quite a true green here. It moves both hands about the same in terms of break. Beau staying on the same side of the green as he played the first end, but bowling backhand now instead of forehand. And joining me after some commentary work this morning is the club support manager for this region, Troy Corby. Looking forward to a good game here, Troy.
Yes, Aussie, thanks for that, and good afternoon, viewers. Looking forward to this contest. Both men look like they should be on a rugby league field. They're big boys. You wouldn't want to take them on in the alley. Well, I certainly wouldn't anyway.
Oh, I don't see any reason for that at this stage. It's early in the game. Don't look like they've missed too many feeds either, just quietly.
They're seeing the deft touch. It's a nice green here, running a good 15.5, 16 seconds. So this is all about their deft touch. They're making a pretty good fist of it first up here.
Green's so true that, Troy, that I find even if someone puts the jack, let's say 50 centimetres short of, or the bowl 50 centimetres short of the jack, you can trust yourself to draw around it on this green. It's such a true surface.
Yeah, it's one of the better carpets going around that I've seen. Good attempt there from Beau. Still one down. Yeah, it's I'm a bit biased. I'm from Paradise Point. Our carpet's pretty good as well. But this is right up there. It's great surface. You can trust your bowl. You can play all the shots.
Is it a similar synthetic you've got down there?
Yeah, it is. Yep. And the carpet at Paradise Point, they did a little bit of tweaking with it about 2 months ago, and it's even running better than what it was. So a good effort there. Sliding inside his own there, Kyle Hansen. Had the pleasure of commentating on Kyle's games at the Australian Open. Put on a masterclass there, getting through his section. Very calm, understated sort of guy. Very, very level-headed. Out of the Tarrant Point Bowls Club.
Beau staying on the backhand. He's got clean access to the jack here. Probably look to try and move it if he can. He does have the 2 back bowls. Yeah,
Oh.
Brilliant touch.
Big bad Beau. Look at that. What a ripper.
Well, Kyle's now got the opportunity to promote both his bowls on the forehand there, or if he's a little narrow, he takes a jack, and narrow again, he sits the shot bowl. So I don't see him taking any other option other than the forehand. Doesn't have the back 2 bowls, so weight is a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, I agree, Aussie. Lots of opportunities on that forehand.
Yeah, you could move either of those bowls across to actually sit the shot bowl or touch the jack. Jack moves back 20, 30 centimetres. His back bowl comes into the count as well then. And the weight control's fantastic. You've got 7 bowls down there within a pace, certainly not almost half a pace of the jack.
Yeah, you could just about throw a mat over them.
He's playing the forehand.
Fair track.
Yeah, he's got enough weight to get there too. Is
Look
it
at
the jack or the
this.
bowl? Oh, magnificent. That's a good answer. Dropped 3 on the first end.
Well played, Kyle Hansen. 3 confirmed by our marker. It's squared away.
This road is going to be a fairly quick game if they just keep scoring threes on each end. We watched the singles match yesterday. I think we opened with 7 singles.
And neither of these gents waste too much time on the mat, which is pretty much the standard with the generation of bowlers coming through now. There's not too much mucking around.
A little bit heavy there. So Beau will get to now roll the jack. He's moved the mat up, I'll say 1.5 metres. The other singles match that's just started. There's Joe Clark playing Dale McWhinney Shillington. They're over on rink 13. I'll try and keep an eye on the scoreboard there for you. Currently it's 1-0 to Dale.
I've got to admit, Aussie, I was late coming back to the box, A, because I was feeding my face, but B, it was work-related. I did go over and have a chat with Gary Willis and Karen Murphy just to see where things were sitting with the table. And at the moment, Lindsay Clark is up and about. Her blue team is leading. And the rumour is if they can conjure 3 wins on their 3 rinks this game, they could actually tie up the series this round. So a lot to play for the blue. Green are actually running in second at the moment. So Beau's team, the green team, they are in the hunt. So they'll be wanting to push here and to get this contest into that last round this afternoon. Kyle's swatting away some flies. He's not happy with his line on this. Just dies under.
It's the trouble when the greens are this good. You know as soon as you've let it go at this level, whether you're narrow or wide or your weight's out. Just a little overweight. He was just looking to put something there as he plays the rink to the right of the jack in case Kyle takes the jack away from the shot bowl. So he's either looking to sit the jack here. He's got a catcher to the right with his backhand. Line's very good. Well done.
Great bowl. Absolute ripper.
Well, it's now the other way. Now there's now a bowl sitting there right of the jack for Beau to sit to take shot. So he looks a little narrow with this one. The weight was excellent though.
Para-legend Jimmy Reynolds is the coach of the yellow team. So he'll be happy with the way Kyle's starting this match.
And he'd be very capable after having 54 international appearances to give him some sort of advice about what to do in these sort of situations.
Yeah, Jimmy's one of the best. We started with BA November-ish last year, and Jimmy and I worked out the first time we caught up that we'd actually played each other in 1995 at the Australian Junior Championships.
And?
Because we both sort of looked at each other and went, yeah, we've played. Oh, you don't want to know the result. I'm sure you can imagine the result. Jimmy killed me. He killed most of the people he played in that tournament.
But he remembers your face because you gave him a challenge.
You're very kind, Aussie.
Well, that's useful because that bowl he's just bumped up has actually covered the jack on the forehand.
It might count too.
He's got 2 bowls there interrupting his direct route to the jack, both forehand and backhand with draw weight. He may play a little bit of weight here to try and run that front right bowl onto the jack.
He's holding 2 on the spot as well. He can get jack movement and kills it. Looks to be a bit of a wind-up. Yep, searching weight. Close. Needs a result. Gets it. What a shot.
Certainly got the 2 counters out of there. Whether the other bowl that's left there is in the count or not. Kyle's indicating it's 1 to Beau, so he's done well there. As a marker, it's very pleasant in the conditions here to stand out there in the sun while they bowl to that end rather than in the shade. It's just a little cool in the shade. Probably a little under 20 Celsius out in the sun there. You're basking in about 24. So 4-3 to Beau. And as you said earlier, Troy, think this will be a fairly tight match. Both very accomplished players. Similar sort of games. Both represented New South Wales in junior ranks. Beau staying on this side of the rink. He's bowled backhand coming this direction, forehand going the other direction with the majority of his bowls.
Those that caught the coverage on Tuesday will remember we caught Beau in a fours game, I think it was, and struggled a little bit with his line, trusting that bowl to come back, and he's certainly got a good handle on this green now.
I always liked that there where Beau just gave a little side handshake for Cole's bowl, to recognise that it was a good effort. I think that's something I'd like to see a lot more at club level.
Yeah, one of the great things about our game, in my opinion, is that etiquette component. And yep, you're there to win, you're there to do your best, but there's nothing wrong with acknowledging a good opposition bowl.
Kyle, what are your thoughts about the structure of this event? You've got some para players in there as well as the up-and-coming, as it's an excellent bowler in there, but he's exposed to Jack now. The format, I think, from what I can see, is quite good.
Yeah, it's giving the coaching staff at BA a really good look at all these players in different playing positions. So across the 3 days, they've all had a go at playing pairs and triples and singles and playing skip and second. So it is designed for that purpose, to give the coaching staff access to these players playing under pressure and playing in different positions and seeing how they bowl and how they react and how they conduct themselves.
And I look at touch into the future as well. You've got players playing with other young players that they may not necessarily normally have played with, so when they're selected in national teams or teams that go away, they know how the others react and how they play, which they wouldn't otherwise find out until they're selected in teams.
Absolutely. Starts giving selectors insights of combinations that work well together. And as you say, giving them that knowledge of each other's, greater knowledge of each other's games.
Is it time for Kyle here to cover himself at the back there in case that Jack moves?
Yeah, it's a bit all or nothing. I mean, he's still got one to come, so he's going to pile the pressure on here and add another counter. Ooh, creates a little target.
Yeah, but does playing at that target get the Jack out of there? Not necessarily.
Big bad Beau with the mo. I reckon he'll be having a mo at this, I reckon.
So what's his target here? The bowl that's closest to the line. Take that first, maybe get the edge of the other bowl beside it, and then take out the shot bowl with it as well.
Yeah, I think so. It's almost a split on the front. If he's a little bit wide, he gets the Jack clean through to the ditch for 4.
Yeah, as you say, he's playing that searching weight again.
Is it going to hold for him? It's trying to. Well, there you go. Now, I don't know that bowl in the ditch is a toucher or not.
Kyle's looking at it to check it out.
Yeah.
He wants to have a look to see if it is a toucher or not, and it's not. It's on the shelf.
So good shot from Beau there. Good positive shot. Probably was the shot that gave him the most chances, and he's executed. Still plenty of room for Kyle though, Aussie.
Yeah, at this level, you'd say he's certainly a high percentage of drawing inside that. He's looking at that bowl it's actually shot now. If he takes that out, are the other 2 counters? Rather than just drawing one, if he knocks that out, and even if he doesn't stay, he may have 2 counters there. Difficult to tell having a look at this angle on the television. Camera sort of foreshortens things. We'll soon know. Pacey puts it out. If it's draw weight or it's taking the bowl out, they'll be different in speed.
He's got a lot of room. I'd back he would back himself to be able to draw the shot here.
Early in the game too. It's not a you don't need the numbers. It's just a matter of controlling the game by taking the ends.
Let's see what this grass is going to do out here wide of our normal playing area. Needs it to slow down. It's trying to slow down. Oh, and he hangs on. Would have just been a little hold of the breath there as he was watching that bowl finish as it approached the ditch, but he's kept it on board.
It's almost run up against the plinth board there. So Beau's played 2 weighted shots now that have been reasonably successful in terms of moving the jack and getting bowls out of there, but it doesn't necessarily give you the win of the end.
Oh, I love patterns and things in numbers. I'm a bit Rain Man-y, and I'm liking what's happening so far, because we've had a 3, a 3, a 1 and a 1 for each gentleman. 2 ends apiece, scores level. Good start to this one.
Well, I'll go out on a limb and say there'll be more 1s than there will be 2s and 3s in this game. In the other singles game that's on between Dale and Joe Clark, Joe's now hit the lead 4-2.
Oh, gets all of the jack. We talk about it a lot, but that first bowl in a game of singles, Aussie, it's so critical, isn't it?
It puts the pressure on, doesn't it? If you can put something in there tight, you're sort of dictating the terms for the end then. And I've only been playing a few years, but I've always thought if someone puts it in tight, just bowl something else in the head, not necessarily get shot. It may be to your advantage to play the next bowl using that bowl or the other player's bowl if it's also in the head. Just trying to hit a single bowl or a jack is not an easy target.
So Kyle will want to be trying to get behind the jack with this bowl, cover and count, not create a target. Well, he does enough to count for the time being. Here's a good view of Beau on the mat. Nice easy action, fluent.
It's impressive how low they get to the ground before they actually release the bowl. It's almost, fingertips are almost taking the carpet with it.
You've got young knees, Aussie.
Yeah, I was talking with Brian Marshall yesterday, and we said if we tried to do that, we'd be falling over on the green probably. And he said, it's nothing to do with our age, is it? And I said, oh, okay.
Good reply there from Beau. And just what you were talking about, Aussie, he's now created a head that's much more inviting and easier to play to for himself with that bowl out there. And despite being 1 down, Beau has a better head to play to than what Kyle does now.
So does Kyle take that option out of his hands by playing onto Beau's bowl?
That's the option, isn't it?
But if you're a fraction wide, then you knock the bowl in there with the jack. So
he looks like that's exactly what he's doing, playing Beau's shot.
And he's been playing on the other side of the green, so this will be interesting if he can get the right line here.
Needs it to come back.
Well, he might be looking to draw around the back as well, but he hasn't got the weight to do that.
A big opportunity here for Beau now. Work onto that shot bowl, make 2 of it, use his own, trail the jack a little bit.
I love the way they look at the line like that. They put the bowl down. Yep, it's exactly where I wanted it. It's a fraction to the right, fraction to the left.
If it stays up, it'll be handy. It doesn't. It flops in. So Kyle's going to come and have a look. That's fair enough. Still think the shot is just to try and tuck that jack a little tiny bit and make it harder for Beau to work in there. I don't know that I'd be wanting to give Beau two goes at the same shot. Slightly risky if he's on the high side, but...
So weight-wise, do you just play draw weight or you play a little bit over?
You're just trying to draw. Because in the end, if he drops a foot short, he might be in the way then too, create a bit of traffic, make it more difficult.
Beau's got nothing at the back, so, you know, even if he plays weight, the best he's going to do is a single.
Kyle's probably disappointed that that other bowler Beau's out the fronts there, because he probably would have swapped hands and tried to sit that bowl out for a maximum count, but he's got to play a little bit too much weight to be able to do that.
You could play a backhand to do that. Last shot would be an option if you were last bowl playing backhand to sit it out. He's interested.
Needs to hang on. Can he get it to hang on?
Well, he's covered the gap.
He's changed it.
Not that easy to roll either of those bowls onto the shot bowl or the jack, because they're sitting a little bit out there. Have to catch the front bowl almost flush. And even then it might flip the jack out to the side there to Kyle's other bowl.
I thought Beau was asking Kyle what shot he should play then. Thought they're having a bit of fun with each other, but they're actually just sorting out the scorecard. The marker had the board 5-3 when it's actually 4-4. So, but yeah, I thought initially that Beau was asking Kyle which shot he should play. This early stage of the game, I think Beau will play this fairly conservatively and just positive draw on the forehand. Rocky's own up. Just sneaks under. He could potentially get rid of that bowl without moving the jack.
So this winding up like he's going to play weight again. Fraction over a draw maybe. Might be looking to sit that shot bowl clean.
Beautiful
not
weight.
Not to be. So it'd be one to Kyle. Take him to a marginal lead. And we got four teams today, 7 in each team. We've got power representatives in each of those teams. And on the 3 days, one colour will play the other colour. So today's yellow playing green. Blue are leading the series. They're defending their title from last year. And we've got a number of repeat players that were playing last year as well. Most teams have about 4 of those. The red has got 3. So they've got 4 new deputies in there.
So we're at a full length here. It's T to T.
Do you think it'll get to the stage where they'll play a short end, because they both seem to be playing fairly long ends?
Probably if one begins to blow out, if someone's trailing in this match and needs to change something up, that's probably where we'll see a shorter end come in. But certainly at this top level of bowls, you will see a lot of ditch-to-ditch play.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of that, even when watching the Australian Open playing in that the better bowlers, you know, the ones that are national and state reps, as soon as they get the mat, they take it as long as they can. Because I think a lot of the lesser known players can only put 2 out of the 4 bowls in there, whereas they're likely to put 3 or even 4 of them in there at the right length. So Cole, I was going to say Cole's first bowl there made Beau play the forehand from this, and he's been playing the backhand every time, so he probably hasn't quite got the right line there yet. Bowling back towards the clubhouse. Got a number of patrons here enthusiastically watching these games spread across underneath the new clubhouse in full shade, so it's a great vantage point. Beau playing the forehand again. A little more grass this time. Looks to have better weight control as well.
Well, held nicely for him there.
Ooh.
Yep. Just, I think.
Well, the markers, he's gone for the measure with the marker, so...
Well, they've all sat on the fence today, the markers. They didn't want to make a call in the first game either.
Yeah. Oh, you know, it's a difficult job in some ways. If you call it and you're wrong.
Yeah, it's a confidence role, that's for sure.
And, you know, once you make one poor call in a situation like that, the rest of the game, both players are sort of worrying whether the call is correct or not.
Look at this hoop home. What a bowl this is. No question on the shot now. It's probably moved it enough to make it 2 if it was a measure before.
That's what I say. The surface is good enough to trust yourself to do that, especially at this level. You know, bowl handspan or more just short and you're happy to draw around it.
Beau won't be short of this. He'll be coming down through here on the backhand with that nice controlled weight, I'd say.
Well, he's got 2 options here. He can play some weight onto the wide bowl and actually then roll in after that and sit the shot bowl, or he can just go directly at the shot bowl to move the jack. Might be a fraction narrow, but he could get a rub off his close bowl.
Yeah, he's played it with really smart weight.
He's cut it down. Now the situation, he doesn't have a back bowl.
Well, it's certainly where Kyle will go. That's a touch or 2. That makes it even more difficult for Beau. Nothing for short here for Kyle. He'll be trying to make sure he gets round the back.
Play forehand underneath the wide bowl from Beau. It's awkward they walk back into that sunlight there the last 3 metres or so, 2.5, 3 metres of the greens in full sunlight.
Well, that's where they sell the pies. That's where he needed to be. So he got the weight. Oh, he's going to pull up a little short. But it's not actually the worst result. Because Beau's best shot at that was to sort of come up on the forehand and rock his own over, but he's sort of taken that away with that last bowl, as Kyle. The angles at the front aren't probably as good for Beau, yeah, and he's got a shake of the head there. He's not happy about that.
Is this a situation where you ask your coach?
You could do. You could do.
Is Kelly around somewhere at either end?
Coaches generally like to stay out of it unless the player is genuinely unsure. And these people have played enough bowls to generally not need too much coaching intervention.
It's backhand.
It seems difficult to see how he can get the shot on this hand. Never say never on a bowls green, but
I think he was maybe just trying to hit the front bowl there and turn his bowl onto the jack, but not with a lot of weight.
So it's 3 ends in a row now. Kyle Hansen, 3 singles. Gets him out to a 6-4 lead in this race to 21.
In the other singles match, Dale's got back in front, 5-4. So it's a tight game as well. And that's important. Dale's in the blue team. If they can win, I believe, all 3 matches, they can seal a victory this year after playing last year and now defending this year. Would be pretty impressive.
And don't worry, Lindsay Clark will tell all the other coaches about it too. There's a nice
only once.
There's a nice little friendly rivalry going on, don't worry. They all want the title. to see some regular viewers back with us in this second session. G'day, Philip, Nina from Sweden, who surprised us all on Tuesday, telling us that it was 19 degrees in Sweden at 9 o'clock or something in the morning. We were quite shocked at that. We thought that was pretty good.
Well, it is summer over there.
I guess so.
Yeah. Beautiful part of the world.
19 degrees first thing in the morning is pretty good, I reckon, for Sweden. Jim
Nice.
from Hamilton, Scotland. And my barbecue pitmaster friend, Daryl Hughes. Daryl and I are going to start a bowls club in South Texas.
The ribs being the specialty.
Yep. Barbecue pit, mechanical bull, bowls green, some nice stage for some line dancing. I could see Robbie out there doing some line dancing with his cowboy hat on.
Yeah, but he knows enough about the tech stuff that he might be able to rig the bull so it's easy for him to stay on.
Well, I reckon it'd put him through the roof. There's nothing of Robbie. It'd be one buck of the bull and he'd be up through the roof. Now, can Beau keep this on? They don't like stopping past the 6 foot mark. And it's gone in. So I wonder if Kyle has a little search here.
He's looking to
Under his own.
Yeah, he's looking to the forehand.
It's a nice track. It's just going to drift wide and around the back.
Yeah, Beau needs another in the head.
Yeah, he needs at least third shot here.
He's staying on the forehand. Looks a little wide, but it will come back from that side.
Oh, it's the third shot he was after.
Yep.
So Kyle now with only 1 second.
So what that means is that if he plays some weight now, trying to take out the shot ball and moves his own, he'll be 2 down.
And we'll leave Beau with a lot of room to add a third with his last. So
yeah. So did you go for the dead draw here, or the short bowl, try and turn that over a little to move it in, and that way if you miss that you might sit the third shot of Beau's.
I don't think there's a lot to be lost by just playing that sort of 3 foot over the draw under his own out the front. He can just sort of wibble wobble down there and hang around and might get a good result. I mean, it is there to draw just flush around the outside, take a perfect bowl.
Well,
I doubt we'll see huge weight.
Here he comes out of the shadow into the sunlight, but it's a little shy of what he needed. As you say, he might have been a little bit worried about moving the second shot.
So big bad Beau with a free kick here to pick up 2.
To kick a goal between those 2 front bowls of Kyle's and draw it in for second shot.
Yep.
And the weight he's going to put on that, even if he hits the narrow bowl, it's not going to promote it to shot.
He's probably got around just a touch over 2 feet to draw it. Interesting. He changes hands. He didn't want any part of that other hand and potentially knocking Kyle up. That won't hurt him. So he stops the run of ends for Kyle Hansen and gets one back. And he still trails this one 5-6.
And the other singles match with Joe and Dale is now 5-all. So both tight games. And is it Kyle? Is it Troy? Is it the green team that has the opportunity to catch the Blues today?
Correct.
So they're looking for Beau to try and win this match.
Yeah, well, they're down on 2 rinks at the moment, green. So yeah, they'll be needing to make every post a winner.
Blues paying the Reds. One match is drawn. I can see one match down. The other one's just obscured at the moment. The scoreboard, that is. It's just a little shorter. These moved the mat up into the shaded area. Good, 3 metres from the tee. I find that a lot easier here with staying in the shaded area when you're bowling from end to end with depth perception. Especially as you get older, you don't see that as well.
Kyle Hansen with around a foot of room. Out in a lovely track. Gets a little bit of the jack. He does.
That should be good enough to hold. Beau asking, is he down?
Market confirms he is. He's got a nice shot on that backhand side. Plenty of opportunities if he's in the right area. And he certainly looks to be in the right area. Look at this coming home, Aussie.
Oh, this is mint.
Mint from the Mint Bowls.
Yeah, and the green team. They're not the Green Machine, though. The Green Machine's in Canberra. Rugby league supporters. They'll be playing right this year, the Raiders, too. Yeah, Kyle staying on his forehand.
Wants it to hurry. He'll be disappointed with that, having 2 seconds and being one down to drop one short there. And blocks off the front a little bit too. So
yeah, he comes down and looks at the head now. I think he'll regret that. Maybe playing the backhand and sitting the shot bowl was probably the way to go. Even if he came off his own bowler, he'd probably still get shot if he got the right side of it.
Well, if he missed what he was going for, he would have hoped to have finished behind with
Yes.
still a bowl to come. So it leaves Beau with a good bowl positioned at the back. It's trying to rip home. Well, that's better for Kyle. May see him change hands and try and sit and stay on that bowl.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go there. I mean, he could get 3.
Catches the inside of his own if he's a little bit wide. Gets a good result.
The finishing on that backhand on this rink is probably a little wider, a little narrower, sorry, than coming on the forehand. It sort of straightens out just a little touch. It just holds a fraction. So he needs to risk really running into Beau's short bowl. But the weight he's going to play that with probably won't knock it into shot anyhow.
He's using the Optimas and they're certainly bending a little bit more than Beau's. So I think with the right weight he shouldn't have a problem clearing it. He's shown great weight control up until now, so well, you were right, Aussie. It just held on him a bit.
Especially at that weight.
Good try.
So tied up. 6 apiece. And the mat's up a couple of metres again. And the jack's back to the tee, so they're persisting with the longer ends. I don't think there's anything been shorter, certainly shorter than 3/4, closer to tee bowling here. And they're 6 apiece, so they're matching each other.
Well, I've got my number symmetry back, Aussie, which I'm happy about. So they're both now have scored a 3 and 3 singles each.
You'd be a shocker playing golf. You probably have certain numbers you wouldn't use and a certain number of tees you have to carry in your pocket.
I mean, old, what was that cricket umpire? Used to hop. David Shepherd used to hop on his leg on 111, and
well, the Aussies always had trouble with 87, 13 short of a century.
this is looking fairly good. Has it got the run? It's not bad.
It's interesting here because Beau's been favouring the forehand going in this direction. He's now playing backhand and vice versa. Kyle's been playing the backhand and now going forehand. So they're not really favouring one side or the other. Let's swing a little bit from that hand, more so than the other side to finish. I'd be disappointed with that. Not that wide that often. In the other singles match, Dale's now leading 7-5. The Blues are up in 2 of those 3 matches. If they can win all 3, then the title's there for them again this year.
It's out of shot of camera, but Kyle's bowl has stayed on the green, just short of the ditch.
They're looking to give it a little more grass this time. Might be a narrow again though.
Well, it's definitely the loosest end we've had. They've been right on it.
As I say, they've swapped sides really here in terms of where they're drawing backhand and forehand, and maybe they haven't quite got the line that they've had in previous ends. Kyle liking what he's bowling here.
Needs to hang on. Those Optimas, they're going to keep turning away from the jack. There's still a lot of room there for Beau.
Well, I think he'll stay on the backhand because any movement of the jack's not going to go towards Kyle. It's going to go towards Beau's other bowl that's out on the side there. They're the Australian Institute of Sport symbol. One of the sponsors of this great event, along with the Australian Jackaroos, Commonwealth Games of Australia and Bowls Australia.
He'd back himself in every day of the week on this type of surface to draw this Beau.
Yeah, so he's been narrow with the last 2 on the backhand, so surely he'll make an adjustment with this.
Yeah, I don't know that he has, you know, was he? This is turning away again. It's a big let off for Kyle Hansen. With a lot of room to draw at least a second. Quite sure about the third.
Surely he stays on the forehand. He's just drawn shot on forehand here. He's got his own bowl on the way in. Even if he's narrow here and he's got good weight, he'll pick up another shot. And these are the ones you need to convert because you don't see a loose head like this very often at this level.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been expecting in this game to be able to be given 4 feet to add.
You'll see bowls scattered like that on occasion, but it's normally because someone's driven them, knocked them around.
Can you get a clear run? Well, he's around, but is it going to stop in time? Yes, I think so.
I think it has.
Yep.
3 it is.
There you go. What a pickup.
And that's only the third 3 of the game, but the first 2 ends were 3 each way, 3 to Beau and then 3 to Kyle. So Kyle's picked up a duplicate of that now. So the yellows jump out in all 3 rinks. And green are the ones that need to win here to chase the blues.
Yeah.
So the blues will be over there barracking for them. And they're holding 2 of the 3 games over there just by slim margins at the moment. And similar length yet again. So Kyle's blowing forehand now on both directions. Going, what do they call it, round the world?
Yeah, round the clock.
Round the clock, is it? Round the clock. I've got to pick up on a bit of the lingo.
This one's coming in beautifully.
I was listening to Steve Glasson the other night. He was here at our pennant presentation night to start the season. And a number of the players were talking about the process. What's the process? But in golf we refer to that as a routine. So it soon made sense to me.
Mighty effort from Beau. It's a good bowl.
And that will determine which hand he plays here.
Yeah, he'll be looking to try and tuck that jack round the corner. On his backhand, change this head up a little bit. Not sure if Beau will be that aggressive, but I've seen plenty of players at this stage of a game of an.
They do have a time frame, and you can see that on the screen. Another just under an hour and 20 to go, if they need that.
Here it comes, hooping home, the Optimus. Handy spot. Has it got the run? Has it got the run? Jeez, it's close. What a bowl. Does it stay up?
It's just going to drop out.
Wowee.
It's going to drop out.
Wowee.
And a toucher to go with it. Just hardly moved the jack. And the situation here for Kyle, if Beau comes down and plays any weight onto that last bowl, he's going to pop his bowl out of the head. How does he cover that now?
Well, Robbie's the doyen of this. We're saying it's 1 to Kyle at the moment, the maroon bowl. He doesn't like to agree with me, but he is. So
he was hesitant in agreeing, that is, not in what bowl was shot.
I think whether he's up or down, it's the same shot for Kyle. It's a draw shot. If he happens to just pull the jack a little bit, it'll make it a lot harder for Beau, and has a chance to make 2 or 3 of it.
Now it needs to start dropping from there.
It's trying, but it's going to drift around.
Now the difficulty for Beau here is if he plays any weight, Kyle's got 3 of the back bowls. But I'd be trying to sit on that bowl that's just short of the jack, his bowl, and pop Kyle's out of there, and could comfortably end up with 3. He's just dropped a 3, and last time he got 3, Kyle picked up 3. So this time Kyle's got 3. Can he thrust it back at him and pick up another 3?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what weight he decides to play at this. It'll be what he feels confident with, obviously. what he thinks is give him his best chance of getting a good result. Looks to be reaching, but not with an extraordinary amount of weight.
Just his mannerism as he came off the mat there, I think it might be a little bit narrow.
Well, it's holding. Can he get to the inside? He gets a result. Oh, dear. Close. Calling for the umpy. Third umpire.
Yeah, that contact there on the front bowl of Beau's may have just slid that bowl a little closer rather than roll it, which can happen on the carpet. A lot of these bowlers at this level, Troy, they'd carry 2 sets of bowls, one for carpet and one for grass, and depending on the speed of the greens.
Steady hand of Beck Van Ash. I think her phone's beeping or vibrating at us. She's trying to stop that.
Yeah, someone might be doing that on purpose because they're watching what's happening on the live stream. They used to do that to us when you get up to make a speech and they'd call your phone and it's in your pocket.
So, could well be one to white here.
Yes, I'm looking at that too. Yep.
Yep. There you go. Little slide on the carpet. Got the job done. So we're really none the wiser at this stage, Aussie, who might be favourites to take this match. They've sort of battled. Cole's maybe perhaps been a little bit more consistent on the draw, slightly, but it's anyone's game.
Yeah, I think Cole's been better on the forehand and Beau's struggled a little on the backhand, especially going in the direction they're going now. There's 2 in this match. The other single match is also 2 in that. 10-8 to Dale at this stage against Joe Clark. They're over on rink 13, which is about 3 or 4 rinks across from where we are. We're on rink 9.
Well, Beau's rolled this jack about 6-7 feet shorter than what Cole's been rolling. So a slight change in length. Just a couple of feet short there.
Yeah, but from where Cole's looking, you'll know it's short, but you may not know it's that short.
Mm.
And they're staying in the shaded area here, which I've got a preference for when I'm playing this green. It should sweep in. Will he change hands now because of that?
He is. And he actually grimaced. So I don't think he wanted to come out here. He didn't have the greatest of ends last time coming this way on this hand.
He's looking to give it a bit more grasp, but he's narrow again, but he might promote his own bowl here.
Well, he just keeps it up enough to do so.
It might look really tight. There's plenty of room here to swing around that to get shot. It's out in the right region.
Cole's urging it on. He's tried to create a backdraft to whoosh that bowl home. And he's done enough.
The thing also, it's now in the line if Beau plays backhand. And he's been narrow a number of times here. Narrow again, he'll certainly promote that.
Still plenty of room.
I'm surprised he didn't change the forehand there. I think it's probably an easier draw forehand. He's been more competent on that side of the green.
Yeah, can he get a good rub here? No. Straight through the hole for a goal.
So at that weight, I assume he was trying to take Cole's shot bowl out of the equation there.
Sit it and stay and knock his own up, but it's a hard shot on that hand. That in-between, we've spoken about it before, that in-between weight on the carpet's probably the hardest shot to play.
Cole's just looking to finish in behind the jack, and I think he's made a good fist of it.
Oh, look at this. That's exactly the one he wanted.
Yeah, I think Beau might go to the forehand now. He's got a catcher at the back. Might not be a direct catcher, but it could be in the count depending on how the shot ball interacts with the jack. Holding 2. And this is Beau's last bowl, so he can't really afford to play too much weight.
It's not an easy shot. Interesting, he's staying on the backhand.
Given up on it.
If I was Beau, I'd be giving that backhand side up altogether. He's had 8 goes at that hand, the last 2 ends, and has struggled to find it.
Kyle stays on the backhand, surely. Even if he runs into Beau's bowler, it's short. It's probably not going to promote the other one. There's too big a gap between them.
His Optimas are drawing so well. He can play nice and wide. He's only got to get 3.5. He's got 3.5 feet jack high to count.
And already 2 ahead is 9-7. Pick up a 3 here. It'll give him a little bit of a jump in this match. First time anyone's separated away from the other. Score terms. Well, it's in the right area. It's just a matter of the weight now.
Just needs to stop. And should be. Should be.
2 and a measure. Or 3. Yeah,
It'll be
might
3.
be 3. No, look at that angle.
Three
3
confirmed.
it is.
Biggest lead in the match now to Kyle Hansen, leading by 5. Hasn't been more than a couple of shots in it all game. Now the mini break for Kyle.
Well, the only difference I see in this game is Beau's backhand coming in that direction. The rest of the game's been very even.
Well, he's dropped 2 threes. Last 2 times going away from the clubhouse, playing the backhand side. And it's cost him 6 of the 12 shots that he's dropped in this game. So certainly not out of it. But he'll worry about going that direction in a minute. He's got this end now. He's got to knuckle down and start to claw this lead back.
I like Kyle coming down this way. It's a good hand to draw on.
Takes beautiful grass out there. That hand is very nice, and that's a lovely start.
In the other singles match, 3 is the gap over there. 11-8 to Dale against Joe Clark. Although Joe is holding 2 at this moment in the head with Dale bowling.
Kyle will want to be nailing this as well. Really pile the pressure on Beau.
Beau just needs a couple of bowls now to get a bit of confidence back. He's sort of second guessing himself, especially on his backhand. Although he's made a much better fist coming this direction backhand.
Another bowl in the area.
That's not far off the mark, this one.
This is close. Oh, gee.
Just a weight.
Just held outside the jack. It is just that tiny little bit lazier out on that hand, for sure.
And there is, from rink to rink on this balloon playing north to south, there's slight variations from rink to rink. but ever so slight. Once you get the hang of it.
Well, I was chatting to Kelsey this morning. I got pennant here on this green on Saturday, so I was trying to get all the inside info from her. She wasn't giving much away.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. He's corrected
Beautiful.
well here.
Beautiful.
What a shot. Big Bad Beau's back in the groove. That Bulldog's tat on the calf that we had a close-up of on Tuesday. Amazing piece of artwork.
So Kyle can play backhand here. He can sit the shot bowl. If he tickles the jack out to the side there, he may end up with 3 if he can follow, but certainly 2. So he's got a target of probably a bowl and a half, plus the inside of his bowl will help him onto the jack as well. He's been playing a lot of bowls on the forehand here, so it's a matter of working out what the swing is like with these.
Well, this is
arrows.
this is the hard part. Playing this in between weight, you're not quite sure if it's going to give or not. He couldn't have played it a lot better than that, to be fair. He actually had a really good attempt at that, but it's the hardest shot in the book.
So Beau goes for the dead draw now. There's no option coming forehand at that.
Repeat the dose. Rinse and repeat.
5 down. He certainly needs 1 or 2 here to get back into this match.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what he does with the jack length.
Yes.
I think it's time for him probably now to do something a bit more drastic and change it up, try and get Kyle off his line and length.
And I think coming back in the direction they're going to go now, he should start back onto the forehand because he's got a lot more confidence in that.
This line's terrific. It's just going to run out of puff.
It's a relatively high-scoring game. They've now played 12 ends and they've picked up 20 shots in those 12 ends. So,
well, it's 6 ends apiece. So it's just been those multiples that Kyle's been able to pick up that's the difference for the lead. It just comes back to that consistency. Kyle's just been that little bit more consistent. But Beau well and truly still in this match.
He's gone for the longer length.
Well, I think he's going to lose the jack.
Yeah, but Kyle's probably going to bowl that length anyhow.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice.
The other singles match is all tied up at 11 apiece now. That's the match between Joe Clark and Dale McWhinney-Shillington. Blue versus red. Blue are leading the competition at this stage, and the word is if they can pick up all 3 matches against the Reds in this session, then they're got it wrapped up for a second year in a row. Green to the closest team chasing them.
And they're down on 2 rinks at the moment. Can't quite see the third scoreboard, but yeah, Green are going to need to get a wriggle on.
So I think Kyle's basically put the jack where Beau wanted it. Pretty close to the tee. Kyle's going with a swinging backhand.
Might get Robbie to give us a close-up of Kyle on the mat while he's down this end, and made comment the other day about how still he keeps his head and the focus of his eyes. If anyone's ever seen, if you've got an eagle or a hawk or something on your hand and you move the eagle or the hawk around and the head doesn't change position. He's a lot like that. This is better from Beau. Needs to land. Oh, Gets the outside, unfortunately. So watch how still Kyle keeps his head and where his eyes are on delivery here. Oh. Some running interference at the back. Probably smooth, easy action.
So where's he looking the whole time there when he's over the boulder to release it? Is he looking at the target or is he looking at a line?
Oh, what a bowl and a toucher. Magnificent. By the direction of his eyes, I'd say he's a fair way up the green. There's some that like to look at their toes or look at just a couple of feet in front of them. A lot of other players, what they call shoulder bowlers, so they're looking at that point down the green where the bowl will start to turn as their fixation point. Some look at the bank. It's no necessarily right or wrong way, but being able to maintain focus on that point through your delivery and execution of your delivery is the key, so that your eyes aren't wobbling around everywhere.
Yeah, when you say the shoulder of the bowl, in golf terms we refer to the apex of the putt, where it reaches the furthest point out and then comes back. A lot of times when we're teaching people to get the right weight of a shot or a putt, you can actually just look at the target and putt. You don't actually watch mechanically what you do. And that looks somewhat similar to what Kyle's doing there, looking down at how far he wants to bowl it and trusting his motion. Well, there's a few down here. Beau needs something in the head to cut this down.
Well, I think he's going to do that with this one. Get second shot with that.
So does Kyle play a little narrow with a forehand here and sit either of those two balls, or certainly that last one?
He's certainly looking at it. He's asking Jimmy Reynolds' advice, and Jimmy's saying, get out on your forehand. Sneaky little, it was like the baseball there, with the secret codes and messaging. I don't think he'll go against his coach. He'll come out on his forehand side, take a nice wide line, try and count.
He thinks it's a little bit light on pace just by his action.
Yeah, the line's good. It's still coming. It's still coming. Can it get down?
Oh, rolling over, may have just got it in the count.
I tell you what, Jimmy Reynolds was riding that behind the green then. He had the full lean going and had the hands fluttering like a bird, willing that bowl in. Don't tell me these players aren't invested in this series. They are.
Well, going for the measure. Does it actually affect what the bowl does if you talk to it on the way down?
Absolutely it does.
Very good.
Yep.
I just needed to know that.
The key is it's not always the English that they understand. So you've got to work out what your country of origin is for your bowl. Speak the right language. One confirmed to Kyle. So he gets that lead back out to that 5.
In the under singles match, Joe has just snuck his nose in front, leading 12-11 against Dale.
Well, I do love a good stat, Aussie. I've just had a look here. Kyle Hansen has not lost an end going in that direction in the game. He's won every end going away from the clubhouse.
I think this has been his best direction on this hand, the forehand and going in this direction. I think it's the best he's bowled out of the 4 options. And I think Beau playing backhand going this direction is the best he's bowled as well. Yeah, it looks to be good weight, this bowl. It's a fraction under. Yeah, it's got a bit more weight than I thought.
Yeah, it ran on pretty well, didn't it?
The speed of this carpet does vary depending on the humidity and the temperature and the time of the day. I think it's actually, when it's really cool, it's actually a bit quicker.
Yep.
Which, when you're playing on grass, when it's sunny and warm, it gets a bit quicker. It's kind of the other way around.
Yeah, the humidity and temperature play a big part. I know our carpet at Paradise Point, we play a bit of night bowls there during the week and in winter time on a Thursday night at about 8:30. And it's nice and cool. Carpet's running really quickly.
Or it just seems that way because of the refreshments at that time of night, or not?
Only raspberry and lemonades, Aussie. Or a Shirley Temple if you're really adventurous. Or a refined lot out at the Dolphin Pod.
I'll leave it at that. Kyle playing his forehand. He's given this plenty of grass. It'll start to dive.
Needs it to hang on. Well,
might have cut one out. I still like the bowl behind the Jack's shot. Beau looking to add to that. Little tickle on the Jack here. He could almost count for 3.
He is close. Little touch makes sure of it. Oh. Is it 1 or 2? This is one of those situations where you're tempted to drive, but if you miss, you're giving your opposition 3.5 feet to draw another.
Well, he doesn't really have anything that tight to the Jack. I mean,
position of the game, he's 5 up, so you take his medicine, just try and draw a really close second and make it hard for Beau to add.
I've always been told by the people in the know that I've played with that you just drop one at a time and you'll be in the match. Try not to lose too many multiples.
Yeah, you rarely lose a match because of dropping singles. It's a great effort here. See, even with the Optima, it's just holding a little.
And he's drawn second shot, and that's really what he needed to do from there. So Beau's looking at that. He's maybe got 2 seconds, so it's no good really trying to take one of them out. You're better off now trying to draw for a second shot.
Yeah, 2's a good result for Beau here.
Gets them both into double figures.
He's just bowled an absolute bomb, so he's just got to repeat the dose. Grass will be good enough. It's down to weight. Well, we'll wait to see what the damage is.
Must be fairly close.
Kyle's
calling 2.
Yep. Good pick up for the man from St John's. Recently moved across there from Cabramatta. Good pick up for St John's.
How recent was that transfer?
Oh, it was fairly recent. I remember seeing it flash up on Facebook in recent history. So, making the move. Well, they needed a bit of help, St John's. They haven't got very many good players there, so...
A little facetious.
Before any of the Warriors get on the comments, I am saying that in jest. Very good outfit at St John's.
Probably the shortest end they've played, I think, so far.
Yes.
Maybe 3/4 length, maybe just a touch under that.
Well, I thought Beau might have gone for this a few ends back when he had the opportunity. He's trying it out now. We're significantly shorter. And Beau's trying to win his first end in this direction. He's trying to get over this hoodoo. Got it out-grassed beautifully. And just needs to pull the handbrake on.
It looks to be good enough.
I think so.
Oh, the jack's open both hands still, so...
Well, Kyle's weight's good. His weight's only a bowl past, so just needs to adjust that line. I don't think he has, though. Still going to just scoot across a little bit.
Yeah, it's certainly shot, though.
That's shot.
But being jack high there, it gives the opportunity for Beau to sit that bowl.
Beau would give anything for a 1 foot trail right about now. He would give anything for a 1 foot trail. Oh, jeez, he's stiff. Catches a quarter more of that jack, and he's holding a very good 3. As it is,
Kyle's holding 2.
he's holding 2.
Does he bowl into the Beau's bowls here? I mean, he can hide the jack in behind his if he's good enough to catch it.
I think he'd be trying to draw just underneath that one at 3 o'clock. Try and draw back to that bowl at 6 o'clock. Finish in there. Sort of protect the head a little bit as much as count. He's going to slip under again, but this is probably going to count. Yeah.
Well, he might have knocked one out there. He had 2. I think that bowl just falling. One in, one out. But holding 2 makes it a little more difficult now to play the forehand and move that jack back in the direction of Beau's bowls.
He's got to play a lot more weight now to be able to get under that to do it.
And it's his last bowl. 2 down. 3 down in the match.
He's got an option of flashing at those 3 bowls. He hasn't really been inclined to play too aggressively throughout today, so I'd be surprised if he did that.
It looks like he's going to play some weight.
There we go.
Nothing.
So, big chance for Kyle Hansen here.
That's the thing. As much as this carpet turns at draw weight, it actually rolls fairly straight when you play heavy weight into the head.
So the bowl at 6 o'clock, it looks deceptive. That bowl's actually 3.5 feet behind the jack. So Kyle's actually got a chance here to lay that bowl at 3 o'clock out and make 4 here.
Well, there's no danger because both of those are behind the jack anyhow.
Yep, nice wide line. Just over draw weight. Only needs to go a couple of rolls. Sit and stay for 4. And it'd take him to the checkout zone. It'd get him to 17. Big bowl here.
Well, he's given up plenty of grass.
It's trying to bite. It's trying to bite. Does he get back to it? He did. Did he get it enough? He may have.
I do like his chances.
Well, it's going to be at least 3.
Well, I think it'll be the full count.
It is. What a bowl. And that could well be.
And the success continues in this direction for him.
Yep.
17-10. Now the singles matches. Joe's still ahead, but it's 13-12.
So 16 of Kyle Hansen's 17 shots have all been away from the clubhouse. Picked up 2 threes, 3 threes, a 4. All in that direction.
So they're going back to bowling tee to tee. It was Beau that bowled the shorter end. Without success, unfortunately for him.
Well, Beau's going to have to flick the nitrous switch here. He's going to have to go up a few gears to chase this game down. And there it goes. He has flicked the nitrous switch. There we go. Fortunately, just hasn't been able to do that often enough to date.
Good reply.
I'm an absolute bowls nuffy, Aussie, but there's something about watching that bowl just drift in from a wide arc and come back in. It's so satisfying to watch.
Wish mine would do that.
Well, you only need to get the right line and right weight, mate. That's all. It's not hard. It's not hard when we sit here at the desk.
It's not like throwing darts at balloons. It's a bit more difficult than that.
It's amazing how many people who, your barefooters and people who give bowls a try and they go, geez, it's a lot harder than I thought it was.
I think, but if you're a person who's played a bit of sport in your life, you'll pick the roll up pretty quickly. Somewhere sort of 2 to 6 months, you'll be able to draw confidently at the jack. I think the other hard part of the game is reading the head. And some people just never get it. But that takes a lot longer time frame from where I was sitting. And you've got to watch the good players. Not that you can play the shots they play, but you can learn a lot from watching that.
Yeah, how they build
aspect.
ahead. Can Beau get down to this bowl? They hold on that hand, and it's just drifting out a bit.
Needs company, that one, for Kyle.
I'm just having a look as to whether Kyle might not have shot. It's reasonably close. Oh no. It's the mint and vanilla milkshake that's got it.
It's another one round the back.
Yeah. Beau can sit and stay for 3 here. If he's looking for numbers. And he needs to roll that bowl a couple of times and stay.
He's interested, so it must be a decent line on it.
Well, they do hold on that hand. He should hold around the front. Just didn't quite have the weight. Well, he keeps the mat. That's important for him. Maybe Beau tries to. It's a respot. I'm trying to think of a way he can win in this direction. I was thinking, maybe he could kill it and then they restart from the other end, and he could con his old mate to go the other way. But
I thought he might bring the mat up and roll another short end to see how it goes. Put the jack back in the sun. It's back in the sun now, but he's still a fairly lengthy end, and he's persisting with that backhand.
Well, he's thrown this one out.
He's going to find the line sooner or later.
He's been tied on this hand, but he's thrown this one out, and it's come home beautifully. That's a good start. A bit glary in that sun, but it's shining like the sun at the moment, that bowl on the green.
This is where they come from.
This is close. Just needs to run it. Oh, just a tad lazy. G'day, Lukey Turner. One of the local Hawk lads here. Remember the Tassie Hawks pack? Tasmanians are taking over the club.
Oh. Current single champion is also Tasmanian. Isaac Morn came up with Luke at similar time. Beat Brett Wilkie in the final. Good game that was. And the Wizards still got it. Well,
good effort from Kyle. So that marker indicating and confirming for Beau that he is holding shot.
We switch to the forehand. Don't think it's got the legs, but it could be a block of coming in that angle.
Oh, it's
Oh,
close.
it's hidden, it's got there.
Well,
Wow.
he's one step closer to breaking the hoodoo of coming away from the clubhouse. It's going to take some good bowling here from Kyle to arrest this end back.
Does he play backhand onto those, try and split them?
Yeah, you might have a little bit of a dibble-dabble through there and see what he might make contact with. Just to see how much weight he chooses to play.
Oh, he's gone to the forehand.
He's going to stay there. Might be saving that for his last bowl.
Well, he's got to catch it there at the back so if he can run that front bowler Beau's onto the jack.
Oh, he won't be happy because he's left it short.
And the other singles match is now 13 all. It's a tight affair over there. There's been no more than a gap of 2 or 3 in that game. Kyle created a gap here with 3 threes and a 4 that he's presented in the 16 ends they've played.
Beau's going to pull up short here too. So I think the shot's on the other hand for Kyle. He's got plenty of chances there. He works to the just onto the inside edge of that wider bowl and he sits the other one out clean. Probably makes 3 without even moving the jack. He sits through the wide. He at least gets second. He's only 1 down at the back and he's already 2 down.
Having a talk with the coach there.
Yeah, Jimmy seems to be intimating to have a little look down there.
And good on him. He's explaining his choice, why he's choosing to go that way. I don't think he's convinced Kyle to do it, to go backhand.
Well, he can't make it any worse.
No.
He can't chop his own bowls out and suddenly be 4 down. Kitty goes back, okay, he might be 1 down, he might even still be 2 down, but he's 2 down now, so there's nothing to lose there.
And that side's swinging quite nicely, so he's got a bit more room than it looks from here. It looks like it's almost got to touch that front bowl, but he doesn't. He can play around that with the weight he needs.
It's definitely the easier of the 2 hands to play weight on. Let's see what amount of weight he chooses to play here. It's reasonably quick. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Beau Prideaux breaks the hoodoo. We're nearly an hour and 3/4 of the way through this game, and that's the first end that Beau Prideaux has won in this direction. And a very handy time to do it.
So margin of 4. He's moved the mat up maybe 2 metres. Question is, how long is the end going to be? The jack looks like he's rolling it back to the tee or close to it. Over on the far side of the rink, the Blues are playing the Reds today. Second match of the day. If the Blues can win all 3 games there, they'll secure the bragging rights for this National Development Series, the 3rd of its quest. They're currently up in one match, level in another and down in the other, but they're all tight games. The Greens are the team that can run them down at this stage, and they're struggling to stay with the Yellows.
Yeah, they're down on all 3 rinks at the moment, green. So
that's in the Blues' favour. Beau's gone to the forehand. He's playing backhand in this direction most of the day. It just turns it a little more than the other hand. Kyle's played forehand primarily in this direction the whole game.
Looks slightly under the line for out there. It's holding on. Gee, I thought that was under the line of the normal draw out there, but that's a great bowl from Kyle.
There's no option for backhand, so Beau's playing the forehand.
Needs it to hurry on that line.
Doesn't like it.
No. It's a big shot here for Kyle. Can he trail it a foot? Tuck it away. Hold 3. Make it very difficult for Beau to get to.
The thing is, if he puts another one in there, he's on the springboard to go out.
Yep.
So even if he doesn't pick up the jack here, just sitting in behind gives him the possibility of doing just that.
Needs it to hurry. Oh.
The way that's resting though against Beau's bowl, even if Kyle, when he gets his next opportunity, plays onto that bowl, he could pop it out and count, and
that'll be all she wrote.
Only a matter of bringing that back one into the count. And especially if he's got the only back bowl, he can play some weight.
Well, Big Bad Beau needs a big bad bowl right about now.
He's just looking to draw. He's given it plenty of grass.
Yeah, that grass is good enough. It's about whether it's going to run for him.
It's doing its best.
It's trying. It's creeping up. Falls. Well.
Just from that angle, it looks backhand for Kyle. Sit that bowl out, runs into his own bowl there and pop it through.
I actually think he can win the game with this bowl. I reckon he maintains that forehand. He gets the inside edge of his front one. It runs off and sits the other. Takes both of those bowls out of the head and he lies 4 in the game.
Would you play forehand for that though?
I'd play his forehand.
If he plays some weight forehand, even if he's a little bit wide, or take that other bowl of Beau's out of the count.
Correct. He's got everything behind.
Where's Jimmy now? Oh, he's having a chat with him. Very good.
Yeah, the angles are good for him. He just wants to catch just a tiny little bit of that front bowl of his own, and it'll straighten him up and take the other one out as well.
Jimmy might not see that option from down where he's standing, so he may have asked him to go backhand, but he looks forehand to me. Yeah, he's playing forehand with weight.
I tell you what, he is super close. There it is.
Great bowl.
Played it to perfection. What a bowl. Kyle Hansen. What a bowl. Now, as it hung around to get the 4.
Kyle's only known for getting 3s and 4s in the other direction. Well, they're going for the measure.
Yeah, well, he's only scored singles this way.
Not anymore. He's got 3, maybe 4. Could be game.
So what a magnificent bowl from Kyle Hansen. If it's the end of the game, Robbie might be able to give us a replay of that one, 'cause that was worth replaying. And it's game over.
It is game. Brilliant bowl to finish the game. So Kyle Hansen defeating Beau Prideaux 21-13 with a cracking bowl to finish. Okay, let's have a look at that replay if we get a chance from Robbie. With weight. Here we go.
Tell you what.
Playing weight on the forehand. As Troy called, taking the
super
inside of that
close.
bowl.
There it is.
And punching both of
Great,
them out.
played it to perfection.
Textbook stuff. So he had 2 options there, really. He could play the backhand and sit that bowl clean, but you're probably only going to pick up 2, maybe 3, but that was a game-winning bowl with the forehand. Had a chat with his coach, Jimmy, and he's back there talking to him now about it after the event. And he confirmed that that's the direction he should go.
Very impressive performance from Kyle Hansen.
Great call of yours, Troy.
Well, I reckon I can call out. I just can't play him anymore. That's why the commentary box is good for me.
So it's such a good bowl to finish the game. It'd be lovely to see it once more.
So I tell you what, he is super close. There it is.
Great bowl.
Played it to perfection. There was a bit of Aaron Sheriff about the come on after it too from Kyle.
Not a bad image to follow.
Give it the Aaron Sheriff come on.
So that's 1 for the yellow team, and the Greens need some wins here. The other singles match we've been following with the scores is 14 all, so between Joe Clark and Dale McWhinney-Shillington. They still have another half an hour or so to finish those games. There's triples and pairs out there. So the yellow team are down in both the other matches, 16-10. Oh, yellow team are up, sorry, 16-10 and 17-11. And they played 15 and 16 ends. The Reds have got 1 match. They're leading over there 12-7. The Blues have got a 15-14 lead in the other triples match. And the singles is 14 all, so that's borderline. So the Yellows here are doing the Blues a favour, because if the Blues have won all 3 matches, they're home. But they may not need to do that at this stage if the Greens don't win any of these 3 matches. And great bowls to watch today, Troy. I've enjoyed your company as a club support manager for this region. Thanks to our major sponsors, Australian Institute of Sport, Australian Jackaroos, the Commonwealth Games of Australia, and of course Bowls Australia. Magnificent National Development Series in its 3rd outing this year at Helensvale. I'm Ozzie Moore, and with me I had Troy Corber from, I believe it's from Paradise Point. I've really enjoyed today's bowling.
Thanks, Ozzie. Look forward to joining you all this afternoon for session 3. Aaron Swatridge and Tyson Cromie taking on Sheridan Bodner and Joe Clark. That'll be a ripper game. Had a chance to catch a bit of Tyson the other day, but in general haven't seen a lot of the 4 of them. So I'm looking forward to having a look at what they can show us out in the green. I'm sure it'll be a great exhibition. we look forward to you joining us around 3 p.m, Robbie, for that session 3. Thank you on behalf of Gold Coast Tweed Media Team.